There comes a time where democracy gets a little scary. That time in democracy that gets a little scary tends to be when the vote is close. Earlier today, I looked at the vote that you guys did, and E won. These were the two most voted right here in my hands. It might be different now if you go back to it. When I took the screenshot, this is when I decided I'm doing this album. I'm making this background. It's been like 8 hours since I did that. Okay, good. I just checked. It's at 30 now, versus 28 for Crest. I'm Val. We're listening to the one, the only E by Ecco2k. This is not Blade Saturday no more. We have graduated onto Drain Gain Saturday. So, if you guys vote enough for albums outside of Blade, we're gonna do that. By the, trajectory, we're probably gonna do more Blade after this. If you want to see this whole thing completely uncut, $2 Patreon down below, you get to see, every song, and you even get the video a week early. So, if you like to support me in any way possible, that would be fantastic. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Patreon is still down below, and just let's get into it, shall we? Track number 1, AAA Powerline. I have fucking no idea what to expect. Ooh. What's that mean? Like, I don't know what any of this means, but like, shit sounding good. The harmony and melody is going crazy. This has been a very, good, easy listen so far. Like, the most accessible Drain stuff I've listened to. How does a chorus like this not get stuck in your head? And it's so fun to just, air drum too, or slap your leg or some shit. I dig it so far. I mean, this obviously poses some questions I have. Is this what the whole album will sound like? Is it all going to be producer based? It would make sense. You know who Ecco2k is? He's a producer. And I'm pretty sure this is his only full-length project, at least on the wonderful streaming service Spotify. That's completely his. That is. Because obviously he's produced other records and stuff like that. And it looks like I'm right. And there's no features on this John either. So I'm extra right. Face value, everything was, simple. But it wasn't. Because everything he picked was interesting. The drum loop, the lyrics, and the overall harmony that was going on way in the back. It all added to an experience that didn't feel like 4 minutes, because it surprisingly didn't drag, being the same lyrics the whole time. That sort of genre or category music where it's just repetitive, I like. Because it's more percussive than anything, I feel like, once it gets to a point. While we're on the voice, though, I do like his voice. I do like the autotune stuff he does. I like it. I mean, he always shines on a Blade song. So that's the main reason why I've been so excited to get into this shit. And I would also say, again, it just feels like high fashion designer sort of vibe with the cover. I don't know, I could imagine some rich fucker listening to this while on the way to the runway in an all-white luxury car of any kind. I feel like it was also, I did say simple, but everything that was in that song was so deliberate, and everything grew and evolved and came in when it needed to and went out when it needed to. And it's like the easiest Drain Gang thing I've had to get into, just because you could get into, just if you just focus on the drum beat, you're like, this is cool. And if you have an open mind enough to not go, oh, it's the lyrics, they're the same the whole time. What? That's not how music, shut up. You got some learning to do, buddy. Music is anything that is making a sound that's making your brain go, yeah, I could jive to this. On to track number 2, Peroxide. God, put that on my balls. Put a fucking Taylor Swift-sized speaker. By that, I mean just a size of a speaker she used at her show. I'm liking them. Everything's having an ethereal sort of feel to it. fuck? These effects, dude? Oh my god. Ooh. Ooh. No shit. Bassy bass is back. Oh, are we getting a build up here? God, it's actually just unironically so beautiful. Ooh. Damn. Damn. I love that. Peroxide, I see you. I see the game that you're pulling here. I like how the track list has been so far. I know where it's two in, but to start it off with a producer-based song and then go into something that's more, I'd say traditional, because, you know, verse, chorus, verse, all that. And you notice I said, I unironically, this is really beautiful, but I don't have to say that. I feel like whenever I listen to Blade, if I put it on in the car or someone hears me listen to it, I feel like I'm about to be in a fucking argument, or like I'd have to plead with them to be like, no, this sounds good. You just need to fucking accept X, Y, and Z and then listen to it, and then it'll blow your mind eventually. But this is just right off the bat. Like, I could play this for, I think, anybody, and they'll immediately go like, oh shit. It seems like, I mean, I would assume that people from Hyperpop have been taking stuff from this album. I don't know how refined or how, like, avant-garde or extravagant this sort of vibe was in 2019, since I know that wasn't the start of Hyperpop, but it sort of was. But I don't know. It felt very hyper-poppy, where Blade stuff has elements of that, but it's Blade, so I can't say it's a thing. But this is refreshing as fuck, just because it's immediately, like, actually, like, I don't know, whenever I listen to a Blade album, it feels like I'm listening to a different type of music altogether, where it's like not instantly very satisfying to listen to, but you work your way up to this. So far, this has been insanely satisfying to listen to. And just small things in the production, like I think they're called risers, but whatever the like whatever that is, where it sounds like sort of ethereal and it's sort of pushing the production forward, even though it's a very subtle sound in the background. They might be synths, but I'm not too sure. I don't know the inner workings of music. If someone could tell me what I'm talking about, I think someone knows what I'm talking about in here, because those are very subtle, but they make a huge difference in the mood, in the whole mood. And just like lyrically, I am feeling it a lot more than I would feel a Blade thing. And excuse me for comparing everything to Blade, but it feels like the way everything's been set up and presented to me, this feels like a branch off from Blade, because I guess it is in a sense, but he's very much his own artist. So sorry if the comparisons to Blade annoys you. I'm sure they're gonna stop coming to my mind just because it's fucking Saturday. I have my brain's been wired to listen to Blade every Saturday. That's what I'm expecting, but I'm getting something completely different, but equally as good, if not like off rip better in my opinion. Good old song number 3, Fragile. That's a scary ass producer tag. Fuck! His voice! Oh! What? Okay. I think he's talking about his penis there. Oh! I can't like have a camera down here, because my socks would be blown off. Oh, you would see my toesies for free. No. Not for free. You'll never get that for free. There probably is out there somewhere. But besides the point, beautiful. He sort of carries the same lyric, not the delivery, but the sort of concept of more of a feeling more than a situation or straight just storytelling. There is storytelling in Blade, There's definitely storytelling in this, but it's more abstract. It just feels like a lot of emotion, like a constant emotion, frustration, self harm, and other things that's been built up for a while, and it's sort of just all coming out of him at once. Which I don't know what it is about his delivery, but I get that thing where I feel it. Like when Tyler, the creator, is really hype about something and he's like pushing it forward that he knows what he's fucking doing. I feel that. I feel this sorrow in this. It's not hard for me to connect to artists like that, but it just comes rarely. Just because I feel like to have that relationship, it sort of has to be something, just something that we can't comprehend as humans, to where I just connect with him, which I'll never be able to put that variable down, but that is what makes music awesome. Like, I'm sure someone has cried to like Lil Baby or an NLE Chopper and they fucking connect with all of the lyrics on that soul level, but I'll never be able to do that because that's not my soul doesn't connect with that one. We are gonna go to track 4 into track 5 since track 4 seems like an interlude. So track 4, Bliss Fields, into track 5, Fruits Bleed Juice.
I feel like I'm flying
and
sinking at the same time in every direction.
Okay. This is a completely different feeling. Interesting. That's Fruit Bleed like Juice seems like a sort of right or left turn from the vibe so far, because everything else has felt very like matte white, just clean, sort of sterile in a way, but layered with his emotion. It feels like sort of a modern day 808s and Heartbreaks in the way it's, I wouldn't say 808s is definitely more stripped back in its entirety than something like this, because there's more happening than something like this. But it gives me that same sterile feeling of, oh, we're just in a white space and there is music coming at me. I also like the Bliss Fields. I like that message just because I feel like everyone, like, I mean, I don't know about everybody, but with me living with ADHD my whole life, I feel like those ups and downs and lefts and rights every other day, just because every day is fucking completely different. I can't control what I'm gonna feel, and I don't know I can control what they're gonna feel, but I'm just saying it feels more sporadic, where one day I'm on top, the next day I'm on the bottom, and then while I'm doing okay, and then I'm fucking fantastic. I'm all over the place, flying, sinking, same time, being pulled from below and above in every direction at once. Beautiful way to say that, and I think anyone can just relate to that, just because shit be happening in life. I like the message there. I feel like with his lyrics and like why they're getting me, I think it's because he's also leaving room. Because with Blade, I feel like it's very compact in a way where you hear his lyrics, but then you hear so many other sounds in between that, where it doesn't feel like your brain can sort of take a break. But this is sort of so like, it's just more laid back, more ethereal, beautiful, and calming in a sense. It's more calming than hype, but I feel both of them at the same time. I love the feeling that this is targeting though. We're gonna move on to track number 6, CC. Okay, it seems like we're back to the fucking blueprint. It's teasing me. Ooh, characters can be crazy. Ooh, interesting. That's catchy. Energy's eternal. I love how most people in Drain Gang sort of let their voice be, where traditionally, of course, traditionally, I have to say that word at least a couple times in a Drain Gang reaction. But, you know, people are trying to hit the right notes and trying to get it so it sounds very perfect. But I love when the artist sort of prioritizes their actual voice rather than sort of filter that. And I feel like I've heard it throughout this whole thing, but this one where it was the most apparent. Like, I think it was at the start of verse 2 when he was saying, like, droplets meet the surface, turn the circles. Like, you just could hear the cracks and everything that makes his voice, which I fucking love. Where so many songs would not be what they are if they had some, like, mass-produced filter over it. That's why I loved, I think that's why I loved Igor. I didn't know at the time, but, like, I love how he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna pitch my voice down or pitch it up. I'm so happy, like, big artists like Justin Bieber said no, because it would not be the same. It would not. And I love that about Ecco2k on this, and just like Drain Gang in general, because obviously Blade as I feel like he does that hella. On to track number 7, Calcium. Oh, love song? Are we kidding? Oh, come on, man. Oh, it's gonna build.
Cross my mind, what try it happens all the time. I'm a reveling,
oh,
panicking like I'm paper thin, but I'm not acting again. This might be the end. I think it might be.
It gives you so much energy, but it's so laid back. I don't know. Oh. Tribal drums too, another correlation to 808s. You've commented, he's, actually, Val, he does know how to do storytelling. Delete that shit now! I know that now. I was just testing him. I was challenging him. And then he proved me wrong. That was a beautiful story. Where, did I think it was a love song at first? Yes. Should I have expected that? 70% chance there would not be a love song on a Drain Gang record, I believe. Usually it's stuff about lost love like this, but that still sort of carries the same feeling. You could still take it like he's thinking of someone new. But, you know, you can take it whatever way you want, even though the song is about lost love and drugs. You know, can't relate to the drugs, because I do not do... I don't know if I could say that on YouTube. You tell me. This has truly been, like, a pretty damn good experience. Out of the last... I'll shut my fucking mouth, because I've been saying that so many times in the last couple weeks, that this album I'm listening to, specifically above the rest, where I just need to wait, like, half a year on that shit, pump the brakes, to fully chew on that, and think about that. I will do, like, rankings eventually and branch off into those types of videos, but for now, I'm just sitting here enjoying it. But this is a special album, I could tell that. Track number 8, Sugar and Diesel. Near the start, I made a grave mistake to where I saw some shit. I don't know if this is true. I don't know nothing about the Bible. I don't know shit. But it was something on Twitter, so that also shows you something. But it was someone who was just like, oh, it was never an apple with Adam and Eve, and Adam was fucking licking that shit up, if you know what I mean. So when he said forbidden fruit, I was like, I'm gonna think of that. And then he said squeeze the juice out and bleed it. Yeah, a little gross. And then break the skin up and peel it. Ew. That was a bad image to put in my mind. It made me feel icky. Everything else, though, I liked. It is sad, though. I don't know. It gives me a relaxed feeling, which is sort of eerie just because he's talking about how he just needs to have his drug. I had a thought where it's like these people who are off of shit all the time and are like, you know, not on the same plane of existence we are. It's sort of like if I think the closest we'll get to like alien music, just because they are functioning in a different way than, you know, sobriety, which is interesting because that'd be so like, I don't know how you would be able to fucking make music under that influence, but I guess you do it all the time, you know, that just becomes your life, which is a sad thought. I hope everyone in Drain Gang is okay and doesn't abuse drugs, like, you know, at all or as much. I hope they're all getting better by the day. And I, you know, say that for everybody on this planet. Good or evil, just get better, bro. Which it's hard to say that when everything makes you believe everything sucks. Like, oh my god. Whenever you're on social media for too long, if you find yourself hating something, like being like, oh, fuck this post, I don't like this guy, stop, close out of it, and then like just do something else. Go for a walk, don't look at your phone, do anything else, because oh my god, that's such a dark pit to go into. Because then if you like interact with it and start to hate, then you become a hateful person, then you see hate in everything, and then you become that motherfucker that you hated at the start, but now you're still just hating, and it's not good. Every opinion that you could possibly had is held by someone on this earth, and you will find someone that you don't like and that you could argue with for hours. So don't waste your fucking time. This has been TED Talk with me, but just fucking do what you love. Stop arguing online. Track number 9, Don't Ask. Craziest start, I think. Just throws a lot at you. See, that's nice. Back in your arms. Interesting. I don't think the beat's really gone anywhere. Then again, I'm liking the drum loop, so the song just has me. Interesting. Very interesting. To my ear, there's only been like 2 songs off here that have been sort of out there, which that one was one of them, just because it sort of held, you know, that same drum loop the whole time. I wouldn't say it was like a standout or anything, but it definitely holds its place. It belongs in this world of the album. That's all I really gotta say. So on to track number 10, Security. Okay. Whoa, okay. Wow. Damn. Okay, that's probably gross sound. I'm sorry for that. What a fucking time. What a track. Maybe my favorite lyric-wise, I liked it a lot with this just constant sound that was happening. Was fun. I liked his flow a lot on this, and the delivery was just spectacular. That one was something. I'll tell you that right now. On to track number 11, Time. Oh, fuck. Hello. Fuck yeah. That new sound. Ooh. Oh, damn. Shit. What? Oh my god. Welcome time. I didn't know that shit would happen. That was a left turn, but it still belongs on this album. It still follows the rules and the sound of this album to a T. It's just a little more aggressive. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Unironically, yeah, it's pretty goddamn inspirational, and I actually just love that one. That's another thing. How does someone's brain not enjoy something like that just because it's quote unquote repetitive? That's sort of the point. I know more about music than you. I listen to music better. He says the clock don't stop a lot because it's like ticking on the clock every second or some shit like that. There might be like a number thing with that. But I don't really care enough because it just sounds fucking awesome. I'm sad to say this. This has been a very like concise, tightly knit project. And we're already on the last track number 12, Blue Eyes. Ending it hard, it sounds like. Ugh, what a fucking ending, yo. In a way, it felt like peeling back an onion. At the start, it's sort of just like, oh, I could have seen this coming. Ecco2k is a producer. This is his first album, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I could see this. It makes sense. AAA Powerline makes sense. And then it just slowly, he just starts to unpeel himself, song by song by song by song by song, all very personal. Let me say that. I may say that the lyrics are more abstract, and sometimes the story's harder to follow, but it is all very, 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 very personal, to the point where it ends on just him screaming is fucking genius. Oh my god. Blue Eyes, what an ending. Also, just such a nice, raw expression of emotion, which I also like that the most in music. I feel like that's what everyone likes to the core. It's just the emotion in it. Even in like an instrumental that bangs, you feel like what they're putting into that. But before I just keep talking about the whole thing, let me go on to my final thoughts. For a 30-minute album, this does not feel like 30 minutes at all. I felt like also that this album has given me enough to talk about per song to where it's been very comfortable. A lot of the times I like the song of blank artist, and then I don't know what to say about it just because I like it. And that's the only thing I could sort of put my finger on. But this I could point to everything that I liked. I loved what he did with the overall sound. I like how it's very concise. At the end of the day, it does feel like higher fashion type shit. Where I love how sleek everything feels and how bare bones everything feels, to where it sounds like in modern day 808s and Heartbreak. Obviously different genre and all that, but I feel like the idea of electronic sound that makes you feel like you're in a white void with just pure emotion of just sort of mainly sadness, but there's also other things here like frustration and motivation. So I've been very happy to pick everything apart. I love how he also leaves room for his lyrics to exist. I love how simple a lot of these beats and instrumentals are, but it's impressive because they're simple, but it's also like I can only see the producers who worked on this be able to make this shit and make it work to the level that it works. To where most of these actually are pretty gonna be like, ingrained in my brain just because there's so many loops where it's like, damn, that was nice. To where this is something I could definitely see me listening to over and over and over again. And I appreciate how easy even to listen this was. Thank you. A lot of the Blade stuff, I wouldn't say has been like super hard to listen to or get into, but this one I just felt more of a connection right off like the bat. Where with Blade, it's sort of like I build a relationship with each album, and then I go deeper. Where with Blade, I need that clicking moment after the first listen for the whole thing to feel very, I don't know, like personal in a way, but this immediately clicked with me, which I liked a lot. Top 3 favorite songs, I would say Peroxide, Calcium, oh wait, shit! Scratch Calcium, Security. Actually, bring back Calcium. Fucking Peroxide, Calcium, and Security. But that was a hard decision to make. I think Time would be 4. That's the only time I could do a 4th. But I messed with it. Beautiful shit. Thank you guys for voting for this. I've been secretly wanting this to win for a while. So I'm happy it finally did. If you made it this far, what are you doing? You might as well subscribe. The Patreon is still down below if you want to get the videos a week early and hear all the songs with me. You know, you can chill out, drink tea, drink coffee, play a video game while you watch. Enjoy yourself. And then, yeah, I'll see everybody next time.